What's up YouTube, welcome to the Permadeath Collective. I'm your host today, Terra, and today we're going to be kicking off with the next episode of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So if you want to see more content like this, please do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to join me on Twitch and Twitter, both of those links are in the description below. Let's get into the video. Alright, so it's been a few weeks since I last recorded an episode of this. I've been busy. Between streaming and a bunch of other stuff going on in my personal life, I've not had any time to record. I'm actually recording this at like 20 past 1 in the morning. That's why I'm a little bit quiet. Hopefully the audio is going to come across okay. So we're in the Peacekeeper's world. And we've done Ice Cavern and... is it Cliff Town? Dry Canyon. So we've still got Cliff Town... Oh, we've still got the Speedway to do. There's Cliff Town. And then we've got the Speedway, which is down here, right? No, that's Ice Cavern. Where is the Speedway? Is it up here? Yeah, Night Flight. Alright, so we've still got, like, Cliff Town. Okay, we'll go into Cliff Town next, then. Now, I've actually been learning to speedrun Spyro 3 on Reignited, although I'm getting a bit concerned about my copy of this game. So I have the digital version, and earlier on I was practicing stuff for the speedrun of Spyro 3. And for whatever reason, the game completely crashed, and then my Xbox turned off. Now, this is the only game that's having this problem, because I was playing Apex Legends earlier on, and that worked fine, with no crash, and I don't know. It's a little bit weird. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't happen mid-recording. That would suck. That would completely blow. But, I mean, I suppose it could be worse, but... Alright, so... But I've been learning a lot of stuff for Spyro 3 speedrun, which is nice. I mean, providing everything works okay, I'll start learning Spyros 1 and 2, but... Spyro 3 was the main one for me, because that's my favourite of the original trilogy. I've probably mentioned this in other videos. Like, it's definitely my favourite of the main trilogy. I know it's a lot of people's favourites, but a lot of people are split whether or not they love Spyro 2 or Spyro 3 more. I love Spyro 2, don't get me wrong, I love Spyro 1 as well, but like, Spyro 3 for me is my personal favourite. It's like the Crash trilogy as well. A lot of people try and figure out what their favourite Crash Bandicoot game is out of the original trilogy. I mean, mine is, of the original Crash trilogy, my favourite is Crash 2. But I know a lot of people that like Crash 1 more, and I know a lot of people that like Crash 3 more. So it's definitely, like, Spyro and Crash are two franchises that are definitely out there when it comes to people liking the other versions of, you know, or other games in the series. It's really a weird situation. Because, like, in a lot of ways, over the years, Crash and Spyro have completely paralleled. In the sense of, like, at the same time they've had good games, at the same time they've had bad games. It's kind of really weird, actually, how much they have paralleled over the years. But I'm hoping, with the success of Crash Bandicoot 4, I'm hoping that Spyro 4 will be in the works. Which would be really dope if that's the case. I would love me some Spyro 4. Spyro 4 would be absolutely fantastic. Like, oh my gosh, I would be so freaking happy if they released Crash Bandicoot, not Crash Bandicoot, Spyro 4. Like, Spyro 4 would be amazing. I have yet to play Crash Bandicoot 4. From what I've heard, it's a very, very, very faithful sequel, so that's kind of cool. So that Toys for Bob can do it justice. My only issue with Toys for Bob, at least like with their versions of Spyro, is the controls are a little bit sloppy at times, like they feel a bit loose, and then 2, there's quite a few glitches. Don't get me wrong, none of them are game breaking, but they're not exactly glitches that you would find on the originals. It's the only thing that really worries me. Like, Toys for Bob at the minute seem a bit like Bethesda. Like, their games are more than playable and they make some decent games, but man oh man do they have glitches. Also, for people like me who suffer with sickness issues, for one thing, this game naturally comes with an excessive amount of motion blur. And I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of it. Like, I have to turn the motion blur off completely because it makes me nauseated if I play for longer than 5 minutes. It's horrible. I don't get why there's so much motion blur. My guess would be is that they were trying to push this game as far as it would go when it came to the quality and the frame rate. But I feel as if they've pushed it too far. There's no hover in this game, is there? I feel like they pushed it a bit too far when it comes to like trying to hide like problems with the graphics when they're trying to push it 60 frames. Because I know this game runs at 60 frames. So it's just kind of weird, really, how they try and mask the choppiness with excessive motion blur, and it's a little bit weird. Like, it is a bit strange why they chose to do that. Like, what I would have rather they'd done is, like, so, give the game the strongest visuals you can, but push it at 30 frames. Because this game does not need 60 frames. I don't care what anyone says, this game does not need 60 frames per second to be good. It just doesn't. It's Spyro. Any fan of Spyro will like Reignited, regardless of its frame rate. I mean, over here, the PS1 versions ran at 25 frames, so it'd be an upgrade for us anyway. And it's not like anyone overseas would have any problems, because the native resolutions in NTSC-U and J are both 30. So you really wouldn't have sacrificed too much for the, the better visuals. And I also have to apologize, I am pretty tired right now. Again, it's like 1:30 in the morning now. And I've spent the whole day moving around my whole setup. As you can tell, I'm no longer behind a wall, because now I have more leg room, which is very spicy. But it literally took me all day to do a deep clean and to move everything, because I had to move everything pretty much. The only thing that wasn't moved was my bed, and that's because that's in a good position. I don't need to move that, but everything else had to be moved. And I own a lot of merch for like games and music and stuff, so it took a little while to do that. But rather than split it up across like 2 or 3 different days, I've done it all in one day, because it sucks if you have to split it across multiple days. It's not fun. Oh, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Damn. But don't get me wrong, when I say that, like, I still do prefer playing the originals over Reignited, but I still love Reignited. Like, it's still fantastic, and it's, just about as good of a remake as I could have expected. If the controls were a little bit better, I would say that Reignited is better overall, but the glitches I can live with. The glitches aren't so much of a detriment, like I said, to where the game's unplayable. This game is not unplayable. However, the glitching does get annoying. Oddly enough, the glitching only ever really affects Spyro 3 mainly. Spyro's 1 and 2 it doesn't affect very well, which is kind of weird. You would think that if there was glitching, it would affect all 3 games, not just Spyro 3. My guess would be is that they were running out of time. Excuse me, tickling my throat. My guess would be is that they were running out of time to get the game out. So they sort of had to rush production on Spyro 3, which then led to them obviously being a little bit sloppy when it came to all the, the control and the management and stuff in Spyro 3. That would be my guess. But again, I'm not entirely certain. But that would be the best guess I've got. Where in the heck am I missing gems? Okay, the pot. Did I miss one in this pot too? I did miss one in there. Oh, down here. There's 2 5s down here. I'm missing them all over the place. Damn. Oops. Well, I don't know why I just didn't go across the bridge. That would have made a lot more sense. I also really like as well with the new position, because with my lamp light up there, I don't have to have the bedroom light on, which is very nice, because that light is very bright and it blinds me half the time when I'm in the middle of a stream or something. Like, it's super blind heavy. So I'm really happy that I can use my lamp light, which is nice. Sweet, and we're done in this level. Alright, so just, what, night flight, and then we've got the boss. Yeah, I think that's all that's left. Pretty decent, and then we're done with the Peacekeepers. And we'll be on to, what's the third world? Is it, I think third world is Magic Crafters? I think. Oh, a little bit of glitching on the part of my capture card. I have no idea what's causing that. Interesting. A little bit of glitching. I've got to fix that. I don't know what's causing that, but hopefully it's not affecting the quality of the video too much. Doesn't look like it is. Video itself looks fine. Okay. It's kind of weird. I think I've had that problem before, actually, but I have no idea. Because obviously I'm playing this on Xbox One, so I'm using a capture card in order to transfer the game to the, well, to OBS. But it's not affecting every loading screen. That is weird. Interesting. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, I remember this one. This one could be a bit of a pain. Okay. This one is definitely a pain in the buttocks. Oh, no. Okay. I do not know whether I'm going to have enough time now. Hopefully I do, but I might not. Wait, what? I missed a chest. Where? Where did I miss one? Huh? I somehow missed a chest. I have no idea where I missed it. Did I go straight past one and not see it? Whoa, OBS is like... No, my capture... Wait, what happened then? My capture card meant... What? Like... My capture card in OBS just completely froze for a second then. No, it's OBS that's freezing. What? OBS keeps freezing, and I have no idea why. Well, that's another issue I'm gonna fix. What the heck? Wait a minute. No, where the... I'm so confused. Like, OBS on occasion keeps freezing, and I don't know if it's gonna affect the freaking recording or not. If it does, I apologize. I have no idea what's causing that. So I'm definitely gonna have to look into that after the recording. That's odd. Damn. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done this speedway. It's been a while since I've done any of the Spyro 1 speedways, to be honest. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that, because, like, the whole... It wasn't just the capture card, it was the whole of OBS that froze. I need to figure out what's gonna cause that kind of problem, so I know to avoid it in the future. That's very interesting. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Come on. Papa. Come on. Bop. Bop. And the Spyro 1 speedway is actually a lot harder than I remember. Not gonna lie. Come on. Oh my god, I had 1 second left. That was kind of sketch. That was so close. Gotta make sure I'm not being texted. No, I'm not being texted. Nice. Gotta make sure I'm not being too loud so I'm not waking up everyone in my house. I don't really want to do that. It's definitely not a good idea. 15 minutes, and you know what? We'll do the boss of this world too, because the bosses don't take too long. So we'll do the boss too this episode, I think. That way we can take out the Peacekeepers, which is pretty cool. Dr. Shemp. Gotta say that the bosses in this game are pretty easy. Also, to reiterate as well, I think I stated in one of the previous episodes that I would not be doing all 3 games back to back. I'll take a break for a while between. That way I'm not burning myself out on Spyro. Because I'm going back to the 1 video a week format, so it's definitely, I don't want to burn myself out on Spyro and just, you know, push content when I don't want to play it, because playing a game because you have to, not because you want to, is bad. I used to do that on Twitch a lot. Like, I would play a game that I was not feeling, and then when you do that, you sort of burn yourself out, and it's not a good idea. Like, definitely try not to burn yourself out. If you're going to do streaming or YouTube, don't burn yourself out. Because if you're like me and have to switch up games frequently, otherwise you get bored, it's definitely not a good idea. Like, you do not want to burn yourself out of a game that you love. It's like I used to do Zelda randomizers like every week, and by the point I stopped, I started hating those games, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I actually started hating them because I'd play them every week and it was just so samey. Now I play them like once every few weeks. Like once every 2 to 3 weeks I'll play a rando, and it's a lot nicer now because I'm not burning myself out on games that I do love. Like Majora's Mask is my favorite game of all time, but playing it so frequently, I was getting so burnt out. Like, it was actually ridiculous how much I was getting burnt out of that. And that's the thing, when you play a game for a long period of time, it's one of the reasons why a lot of streamers that play the same thing, I don't get how they can do it. I just don't. You know, the big streamers who play stuff like Fortnite, or like even speedrunners. Like, because I speedrun myself. Oh, I forgot his pattern. I speedrun myself, and like, it's definitely, I love speedrunning, don't get me wrong, but I have to take breaks and play something else for a little bit, just to clear my mind. Even if it's another speedrun or something. Like, you know, do something else for a little bit. Right. Clap. I just got clapped. I just got clapped in the clap. It's been so long since I played through Spyro 1. I completely forgot his pattern. That was pretty rough. Oof, da. Alright, come on then. Alright, so next is like... Okay, so he's going to do a turn. And I think the last one he does a sweep. Yep. Very nice. Oh yeah, key chest. Whee. Beautiful. And that's the Peacekeepers done, so I will peace out here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for joining us today at the Permadeath Collective. If you want to see more content like this, please do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to join me on Twitch and Twitter. Both of those links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.